Hi Cancer, Heather Halo with Halo's Tarot in the Enchanted Forest. We are sitting in my back deck in what I like to call the Enchanted Forest, and we are going to do a beautiful August 13th reading after Mercury retrograde, thank God. But Uranus is going into also a retrograde as well. So, we're going to see what plays out, and we're going to say a quick prayer because we want angels, spirits, and our guides to be with us, to bless this reading, to bless the listeners, that they have peace, amazing health, tons of money, and love for all of our days. And so it is. All right, fam. We're going to, I have my Oracle deck here, and we are going to get messages after with the Oracle deck. But I'm just going to put it aside for just a second, just because we will pull it out and shuffle it when it is time. So then I always use a piece of that beautiful pink opal, and to bless and cleanse my cards. They were cleansed under the moon, just recently, the full moon. So, okay, we're going to do a shuffle. But we're going to get some answers for Cancer. All right. Ooh, okay, so there's a card that just flew out. Oh, okay, so Knight of Pentacles. That's your first card out. So we're going to get an answer. We're going to get, how many cards? We'll do a 9 card. Ooh. As I say, 9 card, 9 of Cups. Come out upright. Okay? That's great. So your person, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? And we will get some Oracle cards to clarify that. Whoa. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, upside down with the devil underneath that. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Page of Wands on the table. Okay, just remember energies can be reversed and they can go vice versa. But I think that your person, this is their current energy leading into the next kind of week. And their actions of what they're gonna do. Yeah. Decisions. 7 of Cups. Maybe that's you. Oh, 8 of Wands. High Priestess on the bottom of the 8 of Wands. That's what you don't know. There's a lot of options. A lot of stuff going on. Spirit's just one more. 5. Let's do 6 card because I think that we're gonna get the answer that we need. Yeah, I have that there for a reason. It has Temperance. There we go. Good. I like that. Archangel Michael is with us. And that is, I feel that Archangel Michael is the influence that is going to be the outcome. And that's really good. Cancer, I haven't really gotten this for you for a long time, and that's good. So remember back in your July, I think it's probably your 1st of August reading, you got the Page of Wands, but it was flipped upright, and that was your energy as a Page of Wands, because that was like finding yourself and being in your own joy and learning again to be yourself. So, and just be happy in it. So it's flipped up there right now, but that could be their energy because everybody's a student and somebody might not be willing to learn. But we're going to clarify with the Oracle. The Knight of Pentacles is, it's a earthy knight that knows what it wants and is very driven materialistically. The 9 of Cups is obviously the wish fulfillment. Like, it's joy, it's happiness, which is what they want. That's what they desire. But in order to get there, that they have to learn, and they're not learning. how to just be correct, be like, to be in their own power, because wands is a creative energy. So that's it's a Leo energy as well. Wands, it's fiery. Seven of Cups leads me to think that there's too many choices for this person. They're wrapped up in all these choices, and what their next move is going to be. There's been a snake in the grass, but it's flooded into everything, and they're it's almost like they're surrounded on this island of choices. So, and they don't know which one to make. Or what plan that they're going to take, because it's like when you plan something, when there's a big thing that you're planning for, there's a lot of little pieces that all go into effects. Like, the universe has to put so many things in place before something happens. So that person, your person could have a lot of things to put in place, a lot of cups to refill and to rebuild, is what I'm seeing there. And which to do first. The Eight of Wands is a very fast-moving energy as well, so that signifies to me that there is competition, that there is too many cooks in the kitchen, and it's fast because I think it's towards a shared goal, but your person with the Eight of Wands maybe could be pushing their agenda a little bit more so than necessary with the Eight of Wands. With Temperance is, like I said, it's Archangel Michael energy, so that in a sense is something that receives clarity because they're balanced. It's also a waiting energy. It means wish fulfillment in divine time is Temperance for me, for what this is saying to me. So okay, so we're gonna get like an oracle like card read on that, like as far as what your person's. Thank you to the lovely moon goddess Selena, who is assisting this reading tonight. All right, we're gonna go with the Knight of Pentacles. Please clarify in words for Cancer's person. The Knight of Pentacles. I think they're like, they're on it. Whoa, I drink to forget you. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles, I drink to forget you. This person is probably drinking a lot, and it's messing up their money, because they're kind of walking away and they're leaving all this money behind them, all these pentacles behind them. So maybe they're trying to forget all that. They're in their current energy. They're aware that they've probably lost a lot of money, that maybe that they are very with the Knight of Pentacles, because the Knight of Pentacles is usually a very balanced energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, with the Pentacles, earth energy. And that's when I see this guy, it's like he's walking away from like, it's like, I need to just peace out, and like and he's probably trying to drink to forget all that. Okay, so the Nine of Cups, I'm gonna please, oh God. All right, no, that just popped into my lap. No one compares to you, and that is Nine of Cups energy. So no, nobody does compare to you, Cancer, because that's the ultimate joy, that's the ultimate fulfillment. But somebody is leaving it all kind of behind, like they're leaving it all behind because they need to figure it out, and they're trying to, but they're doing it in the wrong way because they don't know anything else of how to. And that means that they're probably going to lose some money, and they're probably, it's going to cost them a bit. Maybe it's some karmic debt. Page of Wands. Sorry, I wanted to say Page of Pentacles, but Page of Pentacles. Page of Wands upside down. You are my sexual soulmate. Okay. So, right? Maybe that person, again, maybe you brought that person a lot of joy sexually, and maybe there is something that's not going on right now, because you, Cancer, were balancing this. You're being a student to balance your own energy and your own happy times and your own safe space. You're my sexual soulmate. Well, that's what that person realizes, because that joy isn't present with the Page of Wands reversed, because they're learning, but they're doing it in the, like I said, they're not learning. They're in this energy, this reverse energy. They're trying, in a sense, to balance this with what they're in, and they can't. And you can't. Like, you can't give to your sexual soulmate when you don't know what makes you happy. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Okay, so the sexual soulmate, we really clarified. I think that we need to move on to the Seven of Cups now. And the card that came out was I feel so guilty. So that makes sense, because your person, I say he, but like, because it's male on the card, like it could be he, she, whatever, like they feel guilty, and they know something about you. You're their sexual soulmate, so they want to make a plan, like I said. And there was a snake in the grass, and maybe the Seven of Cups got bled out, but this Seven of Cups is emotional, so that is Cancer energy, so that's your energy. So they're thinking about you and how they can make a plan, because they feel really guilty, and how they can come in correctly towards you. And I don't want to be a hater, but like, this person, they know that you're the Nine of Cups, that no one compares to you, and they're drinking to forget you. They know this. They something, like we said, like, has triggered this person to have a wake-up call, and they feel guilty about it, so they want to make a plan, but they don't know which plan to choose, like which is going to be the best path. And you know, keeping in mind that they do have some sort of empathy here, but I do have to always pay attention to that snake in the card, because the snake signifies there is a snake in the grass, and it's under a cloud. So you like, you know what I mean? You might not be able to spot the snake in the grass all the time, Cancer, but they do feel guilty, and they want to make a plan. So that's Seven of Cups. Eight of Wands, please. I see. I'm a little. Oh. Okay, so the Eight of Wands. Too many cards came out. So we're going to get a clear message on the Eight of Wands of what that means, because I see that as a lot of cooks in the kitchen. I see that as a creative energy. Maybe it's like minds coming together, formulating a plan. Peace is be still and know God. Okay, well, when there's... that's interesting, because, okay, there's a sun on that, and a triangle, and a circle, and a moon. So when we are still, and we have all these plans and all these offers, but this is a good offer, because it's got that fire in the middle, because when we're still, even though there's action going, we can make that right decision. You're in the right place at the right time with the Eight of Wands. That's the feeling I get with that, because there's a feeling of collaboration, a feeling of joining forces quickly. This is Archangel Michael. We can't forget Archangel Michael. So with the Eight of Wands, peace is be still and know God. So maybe that's know that, like, just knowing your wish fulfillment, knowing it, and with that fast movement with the Eight of Wands. Yeah. It's because all those are coming together. When it comes together like that, it could signal a lot of competition. It could signal, but when I see this with pieces but still no God, it's almost like, okay, even in the midst of all this chaos and all these cooks in the kitchen, it's like, I'm watching Hell's Kitchen right now, like the reruns of it, and like they have to be so even like they have to be still in their own self to be a good leader, to be a good plan maker, and to have a plan really work out and to execute a perfect dinner. So for example, like, you know, when you're looking at a relationship, when you have all these things and options and plans and ways to do things, just being still is probably going to be the best, because you're going to know in your heart of hearts that wish fulfillment, because there's always that things are coming in to that same fire. The same fire is being lit and it's getting help. So that's good. Temperance. Oh, temperance. What are you going to say to Cancer? Archangel Michael, temperance. That is, that is a wish fulfillment as well. That's angels and divine guides. Temperance. That would they want to marry you. Okay, well maybe it's a good sign. Cancer, somebody, they want to marry you. They want to be with you in that energy, and in the right way. So, maybe that, you might be in time forever with a person. Because with temperance, that's a healing energy. That is peace. When you're peaceful and you're still, and God, what you want, what your manifestations are. This person's kind of got to get to that point as well, because we are talking, like I said, energies can be reversed. However, I think we are talking about your person here, so that is them really going inward amongst the chaos and knowing and sharing in that shared goal and then the temperance, because that leads to the temperance, that forever and ever. Okay, that's really nice. I'm going to leave it here, Cancer. Thank you so much for listening. Love you. Bye.